Probably SCN will move to right back and Sergio Ramos will move across to centre back. Sergio Ramos, of course, played most of his football this season at centre back for Real Madrid. I think Mourinho seems to prefer him in that position. SCN has played at right back, both at Chelsea and here at Real Madrid. Of course, his preferred position in midfield, but with Khedira coming on, it seems Khedira.
They're going from right to left in this second period of play. Michael Essien gets a touch on the right-hand side, pulls it back to Khedira. Khedira, his first touch is a pass back to Sergio Ramos, and it looks like, as you say, Sergio Ramos coming into the centre to partner Ricardo Carvalho, and perhaps a bit more of a balanced defence, although defence wasn't really the problem in the first half. Getafe break free, but they have a lack of numbers with only two players forward. Diego Castro is waiting in the middle. Sarabia comes up to join. The ball is with Kalunga. Kalunga holds it up well and makes a pass to Gavilan. And the move just fizzles out in the end.
Once again, that Getafe counter.
Sitting up for players left free in the box as Real Madrid go on the attack. Ball out with Di Maria. Di Maria tries to pass through to Gonzalo Higuain. There's a Getafe player down in the box. It's back with Di Maria.
Alexis seems to be struggling, gesturing to the sidelines. Soldiering on, the ball still in play.
Ball played almost through to Fabio Coentrao. Alexis has it taken off his feet by his fellow defender. And it looks as if Alexis has a calf complaint. If he would have to be subbed off, that would be a real blow for Getafe. He'd been the last line of defence in the first half, Alexis Ruano.
Alexis did have a good first half. You can see the replay. Alexis just caught by Higuain in the box there as the ball was played in from the right-hand side.
Khedira meets the ball forward with a header. Getafe take it back. Will Alexis be subbed off? We shall see in the next couple of minutes what his condition is. Xavi Torres tried the first time ball. It's fallen fortuitously, but Kalunga was offside. Getafe, not too many defensive options on the bench for them.
They have Rafa on the bench. He's the most likely candidate to come on if Alexis does have to go off with that ankle problem. Looks as though he's been able to run it off, though. Like you said before the game, Getafe a little bit lighter in cover at the back with the departure of the Argentinian Abraham.
Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries ball through to Ozil. Ozil pulls it back. It's with Cristiano Ronaldo. He gets a touch and it tries to get it to Gonzalo Higuain. But Cristiano Ronaldo is down, and so is Valera, I think. A clash on the 50-50 challenge.
Almost the first real opportunity of the second half, falling to Cristiano Ronaldo. Last-ditch defending from Getafe prevented him getting his shot in. You see substitutes warming up on his right-hand side. Rafa amongst them for Getafe. Ball came into Cristiano Ronaldo. He did well, and it was Borja who got the challenge in, former Real Madrid player. Excellent challenge it was. Cristiano Ronaldo threatening to sneak in inside Valera. Cristiano Ronaldo's taken a knock, but I think you'd have to snap his leg in half before you could try Cristiano Ronaldo. 7 points behind second place Atletico Madrid. They won't want to finish the season as the second club in Madrid this year.
Here's Sarabia on the right-hand side. Sarabia taking on Fabio Coentrao, plays it towards the near post. Good chance from Ricardo Carvalho. Diego Castro picks up Diego Castro, and again Ricardo Carvalho gets his foot in, concedes the corner, but prevents the danger. Ricardo Carvalho showing still life in the old dog yet.
Carvalho for me has always been an excellent defender. I never really understood why Real Madrid really wanted to show him the door last summer. Valuable experience from his years with Chelsea and of course with Porto. Adrian Kalunga take the corner for Getafe, the first of the game for them.
Kalunga to take this right-footed. It's an out-swinger from Kalunga. Valera had risen high. There's a player down for Real Madrid. It's left for Antonio Adan. It's Fabio Coentrao who's had a clash of heads with one of the Getafe players in the box. Looking slightly sore, Fabio Coentrao. Nasty knock from Valera, who escaped the better from that exchange.
Typical scenario, the defender trying to head the ball away and the attacking player coming in behind, catching Coentrao on the back of the head.
Well, the cobwebs shaken for Fabio Coentrao, another player who had a very good first half. Still smarting somewhat. Here's Sami Khedira. Khedira finds Sergio Ramos. Precious few passes available to the defence. Taking a patient approach. Here's Michael Essien. Essien to Modric. Modric weaves his way through. Getafe players now backing off. Luka Modric now becoming closer. Here's Sami Khedira. Khedira shot! Falls to Fabio Coentrao. And that's a great double save from Miguel Angel Moya.
Moya keeping his side in the game again. Made a couple of excellent saves in the first half. And he's made fantastic double save there. And Madrid threatening. Nice interchange of passing on the edge of the box.
Here's the corner. Swung in. Sergio Ramos looks for it. And it almost falls loose and it's trickled in. But the goal, it appears, is going to be ruled out. Well, no, it counts for Real Madrid. A melee in the 6-yard box. It initially appeared as if Mr. Gonzalez had not given the goal. A yellow card has been given for protesting, I think, to Diego Castro. Well, no, it's to Miguel Angel Moya, the goalkeeper, who felt slightly aggrieved. The corner swung in. Sergio Ramos and Cristiano Ronaldo both battling for the ball, as was Ricardo Carvalho. Let's have a look.
Goes from hero to villain in a matter of seconds. Moya came for that ball, couldn't hang on. No question of him being fouled there. I think simply first reaction of the Getafe players is to complain, but I didn't see any kind of foul whatsoever. Maybe Carvalho didn't go up with his arm, but really the fault is Moya's. When you come for that ball, you've got to take it. He didn't get there, dropped it at the feet of Sergio Ramos.
Well, that's the opener for Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid 1, Getafe 0 on 53 minutes. And as always, in these games with Real Madrid, in which they go into the break on the losing end of the scoreline or drawing level, those initial minutes after the break so crucial for the opposing side.
I'm sure it wasn't the most spectacular goal Sergio Ramos has ever scored. It's an important one. It's given them 1-0 advantage here. I think it was the second in the season this year for Sergio Ramos in the league in any case. Now Pedro Rodol got some work to do. Getafe have to take the initiative here. Important goal for Madrid, even though the league title is pretty much Barcelona's to lose now. They need to keep the momentum going in the league. The other competitions, they want to go into that cup semi-final on Wednesday on the back of a victory here against Getafe. We can see Moya again, came for the ball, never really got there. Sergio Ramos just stabbing the ball over the line. I think it came off Getafe defender on its way, came off the arm of Valera, just avoided Alexis on the line. Scrappy but effective. Madrid won't really care at this point. See Moya goes up. Challenge from Carvalho, but I'm not sure it was enough really to warrant the referee giving the foul and disallowing the goal.
Yellow card has been shown to Loco Garcia for a foul on Cristiano Ronaldo. It appears that the main grievance for Moya, who also picked up a yellow in the aftermath of the goal, was that Carvalho would have touched his arm and pushed it away. I think goalkeepers do get far too much protection.
To be fair to Moya, a lot of referees would have given a foul in that situation. With Spanish football, goalkeepers pretty much untouchable, quite literally. any kind of challenge. There was contact with the goalkeeper, often ends in a free kick, but that time referee Gonzalez decided to let it slide. Rightly so, I think.
Here's Cristiano Ronaldo standing over a free kick. It's in shooting territory for him, and he can't clear the wall. Well, what free kick isn't out of shooting range for Cristiano Ronaldo? Ball swung in again by Michael Essien, headed out by Lopo. And a shame for Miguel Angel Moya, really, that he would have conceded after those two fantastic stops earlier on in the game, which we will see now.
Hero to villain, like I said, in 62nd, Moya kept his side in the game with that fantastic double save.
And another corner. Will Madrid be able to find another way through? This time Ronaldo, the target, was headed out by Lopo. Back with Real Madrid. Gonzalo Higuain. Higuain puts it onto his left. And headed out, no chances taken by the Getafe back line. It's been a quiet game for Gonzalo Higuain so far.
Higuain, you always get the feeling that Mourinho sees him as the second string striker. It's always Benzema gets rested for the big games. Higuain gets goals no matter what.
All swung in, Moya this time gets a punch out. Again, Modric there. Modric with a pass back to Coentrao, gives it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Antonio Adan. Well, the goal has been given as a Valera own goal. I'm sure eventually it will be awarded to Sergio Ramos.
Not quite sure if I agree with that. I think the ball was going in anyway. It just deflected off Valera before it crossed the line. I think really the goal should be awarded to Sergio Ramos.
And if the goal did go in off Valera, surely that should be a yellow card for Valera for handball.
Exactly, yeah. The fact that the ball ended up in the back of the net is really irrelevant. I guess the referee decided that it was purely accidental. But I think really you have to give the goal to Ramos. It's not as if the ball was going wide and it was deflected in by Valera. Ramos got the final touch. Ball was heading goalwards. Just came off the arm of Valera. Perhaps that's what helped it evade Alexis, who was on the goal line.
Here's a through ball from Real Madrid. Moya was off his line. The header in the middle. Gonzalo Higuain waste that opportunity, it must be said. Mesut Ozil with some excellent movement.
Good ball in by Modric. Excellent cross from Ozil. And Higuain just reaching slightly for that header. Could be the reason why he put it over the bar, but in those kind of situations, normally you'd put your house on Gonzalo Higuain scoring.
The opportunity is becoming more and more frequent now for Real Madrid.
I think that opening goal has just given them a bit of confidence, taking away a bit of the tension that perhaps marked their play in the first half. So Getafe now the obligation to come out and look for that equaliser, and that will open them up to Real Madrid, who, as we've said throughout this game, can be devastating on the counter. You have to look as far back as last week to see what they did in the Stadium against Valencia.
Moya sends the ball upfield. Also Fabio Coentrao, and now with Modric. Modric again tries to break open the defence. Modric coming more and more into this game. An attempted through ball from Getafe player Xavi Torres. But the Madrid defence looking assured and confident in the second half after the change that's brought Sergio Ramos back into the centre.
Also Modric looking a lot more comfortable in the second half, playing alongside Khedira. Khedira, similar playing to Michael Essien in many respects, but perhaps a bit more defensively minded, perhaps giving Modric a little bit more room to manoeuvre in terms of getting forward and focusing on his attacking abilities.
Once again Fabio Coentrao, the furthest player forward, he runs into Lopo. The two exchange words. Fabio Coentrao appears to be pushing for a goal this afternoon. That's the second or third time that he's been the man running through the middle.
One of his great virtues, Coentrao, similar to those of Marcelo, and who he's replaced in recent weeks due to the Brazilian's injury. He loves to get forward, Perhaps not quite as much as Marcelo, but still his ability to get down that left flank is an important facet of his game.
I would expect that Fabio Coentrao would be the player to start on the left-hand side in the Classico, but you never know. Jose Mourinho may bring back Marcelo, but Fabio Coentrao has barely put a foot wrong in recent weeks.
It would be a surprise if Marcelo started on Wednesday. He's been out for quite a while due to injury. Only just recently got back to full fitness. Played 45 minutes in the first leg of the quarter-final against Valencia. Didn't really look 100% fit.
Well, pulled back to the back post. Attempt by Kalunga to drag it onto his left foot. Did not come off, and now Real Madrid so dangerous on the counter-attack. Cristiano Ronaldo is forward, Mesut Ozil's on the ball. Ozil lays it off nonchalantly for Cristiano Ronaldo to put it in at the back post. Real Madrid 2, Getafe 0 on 61 minutes. Another goal for Cristiano Ronaldo, provided, laid up for him by Mesut Ozil. A fantastic counter-attack that just illustrates the danger of Real Madrid.
We've been talking about it all afternoon, and here we have the evidence in front of us now. Getafe caught with men forward, pushing for that equaliser. Ricardo Carvalho brought the ball out from the back, and there you can see Carvalho's quality with the ball at his feet. Nice ball through to Ozil. Ozil just waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo to get in to the right position just outside him, and Cristiano Ronaldo, there's only really one place he could hit that ball, and that's where he put it, across Moya into the far corner. Cristiano Ronaldo gets his 19th league goal of the season, and a hug from Mesut Ozil.
Well, Real Madrid 2-0 up after 61 minutes. An uphill struggle now for Getafe. Real Madrid in full flight now.
Now it's going to be very difficult from Getafe. I think they knew they were always going to be up against it in this game. Only ever won once in the Santiago Bernabeu. Getafe, 8 visits in the league. It was back 2007, 2008. Come close on a few occasions. Real Madrid, a good game. But here, 2-0 down in the second half. Really a mountain to climb for Luis Garcia Plaza's men.
Here's Sarabia on the ball. Getafe have to be wary about pushing forward too much, because we've seen how dangerous those counter-attacks are. Here's Diego Castro. Diego Castro flicks it up to the back post again. Kalunga is the target, and again Fabio Coentrao on hand just to shield that one out, as it looks as if Getafe have Fraile, the striker, warming up for them, preparing to come on in the first Getafe substitution, I believe, of this game. Real Madrid have already made one, bringing on Sami Khedira in the midfield. Here's Higuain. Higuain dancing around the centre circle. Khedira picks his pass out to Ricardo Carvalho, now to Sergio Ramos. Chipped up, looking for Modric, taken by Miguel Angel Moya. Well, if he was at fault for the first goal, not much that Miguel Angel Moya could have done for the second. Lopo as well, good defending from him, but Real Madrid just too strong. Here's Mesut Ozil again. Ozil to Di Maria in a similar position, chips it up to the back post, met by the power header. A goal, the second in the matter of 3 minutes for Real Madrid. The second in 3 minutes for Cristiano Ronaldo, his 20th league goal of the season. And it's Real Madrid 3, Getafe 0, here at the Santiago Bernabeu on 65 minutes.
Real Madrid really got their act together in this second half. I think the change of bringing on Khedira for Real Albiol has stung them into action. Di Maria picks out Cristiano Ronaldo beautifully at the far post. Higuain just drifted into the middle, taking Alexis with him, and it opened up space around the back for Cristiano Ronaldo to appear. And he doesn't miss from there with either foot or with his head. 20 goals now in the league for Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sure he's well aware of that fact. He's thinking, I'm just 9 behind Messi now, and I'm sure he'll be angling to add to today's tally, the 25 minutes or so that remain in this game.
20 goals already this season for Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid, it's really a shooting season for them as Getafe have made the change. They've brought on Hugo Freire for Pablo Sarabia. As they really chase this game, they would have to do very well to get a point out of this one, because Real Madrid are in front and they're growing in confidence. We'll play down the left. They're going to go at the Real Madrid defence. They've found a bit of space. 4 players forward. Flicked into the centre, and the save off the line from Sergio Ramos. Right at the back post running in, and that looked suspiciously like it was going in there off the volley.
Good chance there for Colunga. Excellent defender from Sergio Ramos. Moving the ball off the line. Pretty certain that would have gone in. Good break down the left-hand side. Slightly awkward finish from Colunga. Seemed to hit the ball straight into the ground, but it looped up, and that was beaten. And Sergio Ramos not been there at the far post. We're looking at a score of 3-1 here in the Bernabeu.
Ball ricocheting around the Real Madrid box, and they break again on the counter-attack. Look for Mesut Ozil in the middle. Can he be found by Angel Di Maria? Instead it goes to Higuain. Higuain lines up a shot. Moya makes the save from a tight angle.
Again, another lightning counter-attack from Real Madrid. This time Di Maria picking up the option of Higuain on the right-hand side. He had Cristiano Ronaldo and Ozil to his left. You can see Higuain, typical striker. Getting in front of Lopo and getting the shot in the end. A good save by Moya.
Moya pushes it out for a corner, which is going to be taken by Mesut Ozil, who perhaps maybe subbed off imminently for Jose Callejon, who is preparing to come on. Either he or Angel Di Maria will be making way, I'm sure. As Di Maria has a shot. Gonzalo Higuain caught offside. The pressure on Higuain to grab a goal in this one, just to remind Jose Mourinho of his candidature for a starting berth in El Clasico. And substitution made a second for Getafe. Xavi Torres comes off. Michel comes on. And the change for Real Madrid as well. It is Mesut Ozil who makes way for Jose Callejon. Callejon will play out the last 22 minutes of this game. And Mesut Ozil had been slightly quiet in the first half, but really providing in the second in abundance. Ozil
really showing his quality in that second goal. Time that passed to perfection for Cristiano Ronaldo, was making the run outside him. Very easy in that kind of situation to pass the ball too early or just put too much weight on it. Ozil weighted it to perfection. Replaced by Callejon, as we see a replay of that opportunity for Colunga. Sergio Ramos saving a certain goal there with that clearance off the line. In a hand slap from Adan. Sergio Ramos is returned to the side on the boost for Real Madrid ahead of Copa del Rey tie. Begins on Wednesday in the Santiago Bernabeu. Going well here in the second half for Jose Mourinho's men. Such is the atmosphere that surrounds the club at the moment. Any kind of slip up here today in the league would have had a knock-on effect. They needed a convincing performance ahead of the trip, or ahead of the visit rather, of Football Club Barcelona. Need to get in a good run with important matches coming up. They've got Manchester United in the last 16 of the Champions League coming up next month as well. Not forgetting the second leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final in the Camp Nou. And of course the league match here against Football Club Barcelona at the beginning of March.
Well, with Cristiano Ronaldo on the edge of the D. Ronaldo tries a through ball for Luka Modric. Just overhit that. Cristiano Ronaldo wolfing one back straight away by Sami Khedira. Khedira lofts it into the middle. Modric goes down.
The referee's given a penalty.
Well, that looked suspiciously like a dive from Luka Modric, and perhaps even a handball by him as it came in. Rather harsh penance for Getafe on that incident. Mr. Gonzalez has pointed to the spot. shown no yellow card. Let's have another look at the incident. Khedira had won back for ball. Looks as if Modric just backed up onto Lopo and then made a meal of the contact made between the two.
A little naive though from Lopo, such an experienced defender. Contact was minimal, but he did give Modric the opportunity to go down with that slight shove in the back. It wasn't enough to cause Modric to go flying to the ground as he did, but gave the referee the option to give a penalty. As we know, Spanish referees, given the option to give a penalty, they usually take it, and that's what Senor Gonzalez did here.
Well, who else to take it but Cristiano Ronaldo for his hat-trick? Cristiano Ronaldo! Moya gets a touch to it, but Ronaldo makes it 3. He waves to his mother and son on the sidelines. Cristiano Ronaldo bags yet another hat-trick for Real Madrid. He puts his side 4-0 up against Getafe. 71 minutes gone. A rather unjust penalty. The players still protesting. I don't think that goal can be cancelled out. The more that they protest, they'd be wise just to keep stum. Moya gets a hand to it, but Cristiano Ronaldo, far too much power in the penalty, sends it to the left and sends his side 4-0 up.
We said after his second goal, Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't going to pass up the opportunity, adding to his tally here today. And he's done so with that penalty. Takes him to 21 in the league. His last contribution. He'll be replaced by Karim Benzema. Just an indication of the strength of this Real Madrid squad, possibly the strongest squad in European football. And you can take off the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and bring on Karim Benzema. And the luxury that only a few coaches in the world could dream of. No dream for Jose Mourinho, reality.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo, job done for him. 3 goals this afternoon. He certainly had his Weetabix this morning. And Karim Benzema comes on just to give him a brief run out before El Clasico, a cameo appearance. And they got some players who will push just for the final stages of this game. The likes of Callejon, who never lets up. A disappointing pass there from Karim Benzema, but allows Getafe to break. A run is now made through. A late offside call given on the left-hand side against Gavilan, who had waited and waited.
Difficult to see from that angle. You have to look at the cut of the pitch and the lines across the playing surface at times to get a good idea. Very tight decision went against Getafe, and they feel slightly aggrieved as though 1 or 2 decisions have gone against them today. The goal will open the scoring for Sergio Ramos. Getafe will feel that there might have been a possible foul on keeper Moya, and of course the penalty.
Barge over, wins the ball back for Getafe. We'll have Diego Castro forward. There's an attempted run in by Colunga. He comes up against the man mountain. It is Michael Essien. Now Di Maria turns on the afterburners. Lifts the ball up. It looks as if Callejon has moved over to the left now with the substitution off of Cristiano Ronaldo and Mesut Ozil. Benzema and Higuain playing in the middle. Benzema occupying the Ronaldo role. Higuain playing as the furthest player forward. Well, a substitution prepared for Getafe. They're going to bring on Alvaro, another striker, as they chase this game. They're going to go out on their sword if they indeed lose this game, which looks a distinct probability. 4-0 down against Real Madrid. And I would say perhaps even a more convincing performance from Madrid than against Valencia. All those Valencia goals, more a case of Valencia's defensive weakness. This one they've carved apart Getafe on a few occasions in this second half.
Really, once they took the lead in this second half, there was only one side in this game. I think Getafe really Well, it was 0-0. I thought they had an opportunity, but an opening goal from Sergio Ramos really took the wind out of the sails of Luis Garcia Plaza's team. I think after the opening goal, then it was just a question of how many. As we see Alvaro Vázquez come on to replace Adrián Colunga. Alvaro, big signing back in the summer for Getafe. Signed on the last day of the transfer market. Indeed, played in the first game of the season for Espanyol, Alvaro. Getafe paid €2 million for him, which doesn't sound a lot, but in the current climate of Spanish football, that is, anybody who signed for any kind of money is a big money signing these days. But he's been disappointing. He scored twice in the league for Getafe this season.
Friday takes the corner. It evades everybody as it flashed across the face of Adan's goal. Higuain takes it out of a defence. Higuain's going solo. Makes a pass down the line. Benzema takes on the baton. Brings it back for Higuain. Higuain tries to get it onto his right foot. Higuain's shot is saved by Moya.
Gonzalo Higuain trying to get in on the act. Missed a good opportunity not so long ago. The header. And there's frustration boiling over. He just kicks the ball away after he's called for that foul there by referee González and Diego Castro. Gonzalo Higuain's got 8 league goals this season. He scored 91 league goals for Real Madrid coming into this 2012-2013 campaign. Excellent contribution, especially when you think the fact that he hasn't always started, hasn't always been first choice. Gets quite a lot of playing time, but often in the big games it's Karim Benzema who's preferred up front by Jose Mourinho.
Here's Fabio Coentrao running through the middle, lays it off for Di Maria. Di Maria tries a speculative effort that was never going anywhere near. Certainly a shot attempt there by Angel Di Maria, who thought, why not? One of those players keen to get a goal, as is Gonzalo Higuain, as is Fabio Coentrao, it appears, who's been pushing further and further forward as this game has gone on.
Everybody trying to get in on the act. Even raising a smile from Jose Mourinho there on the sidelines. Be able to enjoy his 50th birthday week a bit more after this victory here today.
Essien picks up the slack. An attempted pass through for him for Karim Benzema was easily sighted by the Getafe defence. As we move towards the final 10 minutes of this game, the second half that's just flown by. And if Madrid were impressive last weekend in the first half, the second half of this game has been outstanding for Jose Mourinho's side. Ball with Sami Khedira. Khedira tries with a cheeky back heel into the path of Karim Benzema. Benzema pushed slightly off by Alexis, and Moya able to pick up the ball.
I think that's a big difference between Real Madrid and Football Club Barcelona. Real Madrid really can be pretty ordinary for 50-60 minutes of a game, but they just need a 10-15 minute spell where they can really destroy sides. That's what happens, what has happened rather, here today in the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid slightly pedestrian in the first half, but all of a sudden they just turned it on in the second once they got ahead. And now the game out of sight for Getafe.
Getafe on the ball, pushing forward. Alvaro's come up and occupying that spot in the centre of the attack. Having a bit of an argument with Fabio Coentrao, the two having a set to by the penalty spot. Another look at Cristiano Ronaldo's goals. Great variety. One from a penalty spot to cap it off, but a header and a left-footed shot from the left-hand side, beating Moya at the near post. Great variety from Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings his tally up to 21 for the season from 23 games. his record for Real Madrid so impressive. Understandably the top scorer in this Real Madrid side, and has a decent record of scoring in Clásicos as of late, so he'll be looking to continue that run in the Copa del Rey at the weekend. Sorry, in the week.
Amazing to think Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi between them scored 60 league goals already this season. 29 for Messi and 21 for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Coentrao jinks inside, brings it back with a bit of skill, and couldn't quite lay it up for Karim Benzema. Well, Moya has been the busier of the two keepers in the second half, but I think Adan hasn't really put a foot wrong. I think his place in the Clásico is more or less assured.
I think that's all down to Jose Mourinho, really. Adan hasn't had that much to do today. Hasn't really had to make a save of note.
Corner comes in, strong header out from Lopo. Picked up by Sergio Ramos, who finds Gonzalo Higuain in space on the right. Higuain will get the cross in, he puts it in low, looking for Sami Khedira. And Miguel Torres gets down, descended out for another corner.
Going back to the goalkeeping debate between Adan and Diego Lopez, though, you have to think that Diego Lopez has been signed for a reason. Obviously, Mourinho doesn't have complete confidence in Adan. So we're talking about a period of 3 months or so, which he'll be without Iker Casillas. Perhaps the idea might have been to give Adan a run out in the league today. Play Diego Lopez midweek against Barca. That's yet to come.
Well, swung in, Ricardo Carvalho gets his head to the ball and heads it wide of the back post.
Whoever Mourinho chooses on Wednesday, we're in for a good few days of debate, though, in the Spanish footballing press about who should play in goal for Real Madrid yet again.
Well, I would imagine that the signing of Diego Lopez would have to have been a long-term deal to convince him to take the risk of perhaps becoming the third-choice goalkeeper for Real Madrid. It leaves a dilemma for Jose Mourinho when Iker Casillas is back to fitness, which will be before the end of this season.
I think the idea is, I think Adan, his contract is up at the end of the season, so it seems unlikely now that that will be renewed with Diego Lopez having been signed. I think he's been signed on a 3.5-year contract. So as you say, there is that element of stability there for Diego Lopez. I'm sure he's been given assurances that he will be second-choice keeper when Casillas returns from injury. Might even have been given assurances that he will be picked in the side ahead of Adan. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors. I have a feeling that Mourinho does have more confidence in Diego Lopez than Adan. Diego Lopez obviously much more experienced, many more games rather in the Spanish First Division at the top level behind him than Adan. If I was a betting man, I think I'd put my money on Diego Lopez for Wednesday's match. You didn't hear it from me.
Well, potentially facing a strong Barcelona side who will have Pinto in goal, so it will be two none too regular goalkeepers facing off against one another as we approach the final 5 minutes of this game. And we saw on the sidelines Fabio Coentrao taking some form of sustenance from Silvio Loro, the Real Madrid bench, just providing something for Fabio Coentrao. I'm sure we'll find out what that is after the event, as we see the two presidents, Florentino Perez, who of course came out in midweek to deny that an ultimatum had been set by the players, by Casillas and by Sergio Ramos, to say that either Jose Mourinho would be out at the end of the season or they would. Not fielding too many questions, Florentino Perez, rather evasive after taking the unusual move of making a public statement.
I think that story will run and run. We're going to get the answer at the end of the season. My feeling is that Jose Mourinho's spell as Real Madrid manager is coming to an end.
Ball sent forward to Callejon. Callejon tries to beat the goalkeeper. Moya makes himself big. Getafe players were expecting an offside to be called. Callejon keeping himself just in front of the defence. Alvaro Vasquez waiting in the middle for a cross. Cuts inside now. Sergio Ramos meets it first at the near post. Higuain tries to take it away. Appeal for a handball against Valera. Sorry, against Valera. His third such incident in which he's touched it inadvertently with his hand.
I'm not quite sure if that was inadvertently. Seemed to stick his arm up there on purpose. Here we can see the replay. Getafe switching off at the back, allowing that long ball over the top. Callejon, first touch not the greatest. Ball just got away from him. In the end, just stabbed his shot in, but straight at Moya. Led off for Getafe. Not that it really matters too much at this point in the game, with less than 5 minutes to go. Real Madrid 4-0 up. Minds will be turned into other things. Getafe, the home game next weekend against Deportivo. And I'm sure Luis García Plaza will spin this one as they never really expected to get anything out of their visit to the Bernabeu. In any case, this is not our league, as the usual line. Managers taking such situations. They'll be focused on that visit of struggling Deportivo next week to the Coliseum Alfonso Pérez. Real Madrid, Mourinho, I'm sure will be delighted by his side's second half performance. It's just what they needed. Convincing win at home before the visit of Barca on Wednesday. And of course, with press speculation rife, we've been mentioning that appearance in the press of Florentino Perez during the week to deny rumours of a schism in the dressing room between senior players and manager Jose Mourinho.
There's a nasty challenge by Alexis, but produces a yellow card for him. Di Maria, as ever, brings on a bit of theatrics as he goes down, but it's a free kick in a dangerous spot. But we've got two players who would love to have had a crack at this one. Mesut Ozil and Cristiano Ronaldo both off the field. Who will it be who steps up for the set piece conceded by that man Alexis Ruano?
I think this was a basketball match. Cristiano Ronaldo be running straight back on here, grabbing the ball off everyone, looking for his fourth goal of the game.
Sergio Ramos has hit a couple of these. He's standing over the ball, as is Angel Di Maria and Luka Modric.
Madrid with a wealth of options. Yeah, this free kick. Modric, Coentrao as well. Excellent strikes of the dead ball.
Was hit in, punched out by Miguel Angel Moya. The latest in a series of excellent saves for him in this game. He has had a good game despite what the scoreline might suggest.
Really just the one mistake from Moya which allowed Real Madrid to open the scoring. Sergio Ramos' goal, but aside from that he's made several important saves, and Getafe really, without their goalkeeper today, Moya could have suffered a heavier defeat here in the Bernabeu.
Much like last week, in which he had a series of excellent stops. Moya in fine form, but unable to guarantee any points for Getafe, and their loss streak, well, their run without a win stretches to 9 games in all competitions, 7 in La Liga. They still haven't won in La Liga since the 1st of December 2012. Currently on 26 points. No move into the top half of the table in the next couple of match days, and their form is going to have to pick up slightly if they're going to challenge for anything higher than mid-table.
Fortunately for Luis García Plaza's side, they had a relatively good start to the season. They were up there pushing for a European place at one point. Their form has dipped in recent weeks, but they've still got that cushion from those points picked up in the early part of the season. They were in 11th place coming into this game on 26 points, 8 points above the drop zone. And they'll want to put an end to this spell without a win. I'm sure they've got all eyes on that game at home against Deportivo next week. It's a fixture in which they can get something, put an end to a rather negative run of results.
Well, we're into injury time. It's going to be 2 minutes played. We are almost 30 seconds in. This is just a formality, as it had been ever since around about the 65th minute when Ronaldo was in the midst of his hat-trick run. Here's Karim Benzema. Benzema! Well, Lopo comes across to cover and saves a fifth because Benzema was bearing down. Jose Mourinho has seen enough. Heads down to get the best seat in the press conference, although that is guaranteed to him in any case, unless he sends out Aitor Karanka, of course. And the corner sent in by Real Madrid. And we're just going to run out the final minute of injury time. We'll send over to Callejon. Callejon hits it, Valera. Well, the referee adds a bit of comedy to proceedings and jogs swiftly off. That's brought the crowd back to life at the Bernabeu, of those who have stayed to watch until the very end of this game. All threaded through. A chance for Adan to be tested. Well, it goes behind everybody. Modric was the furthest player back defending.
Real Madrid just switching off there at the back. I think mentally they're already in the dressing room. Good opportunity for Getafe.
Well, coming to the end of this game, a solid win for Real Madrid here at the Santiago Bernabeu in this early afternoon fixture of match day 23.
Certainly an excellent second half performance from Jose Mourinho's men after a rather pedestrian opening 45 minutes. Fourth successive win in the Santiago Bernabeu. And they maintain the distance in third place in the table at the moment. For the moment, they've cut that lead on Atletico Madrid to just 4 points. And they're now just 12 points behind Barca, of course, with those two sides to come, fixtures rather, to come later today.
Real Madrid 4-0 winners here at the Santiago Bernabeu. A goal that has been given to